Hello and welcome to the last step of the Luscious Lifestyle program. This is actually the second last workshop. The last workshop will be the one about the feedback and your questions. But today we will be speaking about the selfless service and how to achieve divine grace through it. And selfless service is one of my favorite subjects to me and has been one of my greatest lessons, as it is recommended by the Christed One, and it has been he has had such a great way to manifest it in the world, because as we all know, what the Christed One has shown us was not about self-sacrifice or self-denial, but it was about reaching such a great state of transcending his human wishes that he was able to actually prove to us immortality as his service to the world. And he had done no sacrifice about it. He has just been what he naturally was. And that is why selfless service from this point of view is represented like detachment from the end result or the end solution to what you're doing, and just wait and follow through your guidance, follow through your soul's voice, so to speak, in order to just get to the point where you don't really care about the end result. Just you are there and serve from your highest nature. And to give an example of what I mean, 2 years ago I was I was the general manager of my own event company, and it was going really great. And I was happy with what I was doing to some degree, but at some point I received the clear guidance of changing my city and also changing my job. I received the guidance to follow through the healing activity and the conference activity more, because I was holding healing sessions only with friends and people I very closely knew, and I was avoiding making it into a day-to-day job. And I felt and received the clear guidance to move to this city where I'm now, and to just give away the event organizing activity and follow through with the work of being a holistic healer that I'm now, and of holding workshops and spiritual conferences. And this has been a challenge, because I was living there comfortably and I had a comfortable life altogether, and had to just change everything, take all my bags and all my stuff and go to a new city with totally new people where I almost didn't know anyone. And the last money I had, I gave it to the rent owner, and then knew nothing about what I'll do next. I knew what I felt to do. I knew what I had to do about the writing, the conferencing, the healing sessions and all that, but I didn't know the how, I didn't know the where, I didn't know the end result, and I didn't have any certainty policy that everything will be okay. I just felt everything will be okay, but had no assurance on it, except the divine assurance that go for it, Ness, and do what you need to do and you will be supported. And I just came to the new city and did my thing here, and just did what I felt guided to do. And at first it might have been a little chaotic, because I really knew no direction. I had not have a previous experience with being in such a job, and it was all about also serving correctly and being impeccable and being in divine guidance and divine flow. But I did it with no expectation for the end result, because I didn't know the end result of it. I just knew I had to be here and do this. And many times in life I feel called to just get in the car and go to some place, for example, some energy points that I'm working with here in Romania or around the world, and get in the car and go. And this is strange to people around me and strange even to me at sometimes, but I always know that here, there where I'm guiding to go, it's where I need to be. And I really have no idea of the end result, no idea of what might come next, or how will I be supported there, and what will I find. To some places I need to find transportation or accommodation, and don't really have the time to book it out first, and I just go, totally selfless, totally without expectations. I just go and do the things I feel called to do, and at the end everything is wonderful. And the greatest gift and the greatest lessons that I've learned through selfless service were immense for my personal growth and for my spiritual growth, and were about detaching and about transcending every expectation and every tendency of following a certain goal, a certain, end result. Like I said, you just go and see what's next, and see what divinity has for you, and what the universe is preparing for you, and what comes next. Trusting that everything is the best for you, trusting that you are held and supported, trusting that you are in the right place at the right time, even if you don't know the next step or the right step. You just go and get guided. The gifts I have received with that was being totally in divine guidance, because I had no human guidance here. No one telling me, yeah, you'll go there, you'll do that, you'll have these results. So I learned to just be in divine guidance totally. And also with my healing sessions, people come to me and say, I have a problem, and I look at them and see I have to see them as perfect, see no problem. And I then ask divinity, what do I do next? What's the next step? How do I follow through this session? What's your purpose to it? What do you have to show me? And it just shows me. It shows me phrases, it shows me images, it shows me the patients remind themselves things that are very important for our healing session. We just happen to have profound insights of what we're talking about, and then the end result shows up. And usually it's a big lesson for my patients, but also for me. And so such a great gift to just leave myself in the flow of divine guidance and follow through. And that just leads me to feeling totally in the power of the divine. So giving away the personal power and leaving the power of the divine guide you, or the universe, or the life force, however you want to call it, is actually the ability of being in selfless service. And we'll talk more about it during the workshop, of course.